Land Insight is the first product from Land Technologies, which enables people to find and assess off-market land.
We've created the most simple, easy to use product for site assessment on the market.
There's loads of land out there, a lot of it's underused, but people don't really know how to assess these sites and work out what the potential of each site is. And in order to do so, it took a long time, a few hours potentially for each site.
One of the big things about Land Insight is that we have a huge amount of data. We really pull together hundreds of data sets on the same platform.
So we wanted to bring that all into one place so that they could instantly see if it's got any major risks, what the opportunities are, if they want to continue to try and get in touch with the landowner or move on to the next site very quickly. And that would mean that more people could do this process, and ultimately we could unlock more land and enable more house building.
At Land Insight, innovation is really important to us. We spend a lot of time thinking about design. So how do we take all these big data sets and actually turn it into something that people can use, and it doesn't take a lot of training to get up to speed on using the product.
At first, just listening to what we had to say, they kind of thought we could do this anyway. But when they saw our design, the speed, the simplicity, the accuracy, the empowerment that it gave to them, they've adopted it in mass numbers, from one-man band startups. SMEs are bread and butter, but now we're selling into enterprise and getting this huge adoption right across the industry, and enable them to do so much more than they were able to before.
One of the features I like to talk about is the pound per square foot calculator. So we make it super easy for you to be able to look on the map and understand land prices, essentially property prices in a given area, and that is something that typically takes a long time, getting all this data together, and we just show all of that information on the map and make it super easy to access. We use machine learning in a couple of different places. So for planning applications, we do natural language analysis, so we're actually able to understand some of the key words in the summary of a planning application, and we're able to do things like extract the number of homes in a planning application.
We work with some very forward-thinking companies at the beginning, like Pocket Living and H Group, and we brought these companies on, and quickly we got a lot of traction from all around the industry actually. So we brought on the likes of CBRE, Redrow, some of the largest house builders in the country. I think we now cover the vast majority of the largest house builders, and but that ranges from the biggest guys to the smallest guys, and we've got a service for everybody. Last year, the users on our platform found about 120,000 new opportunities. These wouldn't have been found without Land Insight. There's a bit of a law that says about 1 in 100 actually become proper development sites. So we can estimate from that we've enabled the house building of about 1,200 homes. And this is largely from the SME element of the house building industry. So we're actually empowering and helping to grow that sector of the market. Our growth has been fantastic. At the beginning of last year, we had just moved into 6 figures, and now we're pushing under the multi-million pound mark.
Every week there's a new person. If you're a new person here, you're not new for very long, which is a good thing, I think, because we're growing rapidly, but in a way that everyone still feels quite sort of like that nice homely feel to it, which is really good.
The land assembly is kind of like quite a fun time at Land Insight. It happens every quarter. We've done some really interesting events. Last time it was bowling. We've done cooking, river rafting, all kinds of interesting things there.
Growing that quickly is brilliant. It shows that we're making an impact in the professional world, and we're here to sort of like stay. And as a startup, that's one of the greatest things.
So in the last year, we started last year with 5 people, and we're now 42 people, and ever growing. The revenues have expanded. We're able to deliver much better service for our customers, including adding tons of new features, having training academies. We've made the national press a number of times. We've won lots of awards for our speed of growth and for making a really nice, great place to work. So it's been a very challenging and ultimately very rewarding last year.
Thank you for considering Land Insight for the PlayState Prize.